Okay. Here we go. Okay. We're going to keep our class a little bit slower than usual because it's very hot in this room. But we will try to get everything in that I had planned. So one of the things I was thinking about, because one of my favorite meditations is the blessing of loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. And when we think about it, you know, what does that mean? Loving kindness. We could say it's like the golden rule. But to me, the golden rule is about not harming anyone. It's more about, you know, treating others well. But what I like about may I be filled, or may you be filled with loving kindness, is that sounds more proactive to me, so that we're going out of our way to be kind and to be loving. So I'd like us to keep that in mind. I invite you to keep that in mind, and remember that loving kindness starts with yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. So we start with ourselves. And in your practice, that's exactly what you're doing. So bring your hands to your thighs. Close your eyes, come inside. Have your back nice and long, crown of your head reaching upward. And begin to breathe. There is a breath that helps us to focus. It's called Ujjayi breath. And some people also call it the ocean sounding breath. And what you do is you bring your tongue to your palate. So you're closing off your throat, breathing deeply through your nose. So you can hear the breath inside. I've heard teachers call it the Darth Vader breath. So whatever you want to call it, what it's really about is focusing. So see if you can get yourself into that. So again, you're restricting your throat a little bit. Tongue on your palate helps. It's also called the breath of victory. After your next exhale, return to your natural breath. And stay focused for another couple of breaths on your natural breath. And then slowly open your eyes to take in the light. We're going to start in child's pose for our warm-ups. So come into your child's pose. Allow your arms to be very loose, free. Maybe they're alongside your legs. Maybe they're in front of you, but no effort. No effort. Maybe your knees are far apart. Maybe they're together. Just allow yourself to melt in to the mat. Like you are reaching inside.
looking for some answers maybe.
Send your arms overhead, reach your arms straight out, look up. Look up in between your hands. You're going to lift your hips, send your heart between your arms, lengthen your legs behind you. You're pressing your hands into the mat. You want to make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. You want to have distance from your shoulders to your ear. You want to make sure your belly is moving towards your spine to keep you from sagging towards the mat. Inhale and then exhale your hips to your heels. Keep your hands where they are. We're going to go back where we just came from. Inhale forward, heart between your hands. Exhale. One more time. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Get your alignment in this down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Your heels are moving to the mat. Your hands, palms of your hands are pushing the mat away. Your arms are rotated outward. Your chest towards your thighs. Come all the way up on your toes. So you're as high as you can go. Bring your chest closer to your thighs and then let your heels come down to the mat, towards the mat for your perfect dog. And then walk your dog in place, opening up the backs of your legs. So make sure that heel of the straight leg is moving all the way down to the mat to open up your back legs. And then come back to your dog. Come forward to plank. Bring your left knee to the mat underneath your knee. Swivel your right foot on the mat. Fan open with your right arm. Send your right arm alongside your ear. Send your right toes away from you for a long side body stretch. Your whole right side of your body getting longer and longer from your fingertips to your toes. And then bring it down. And let's do the other side. Send your left leg out behind you. Swivel. Fan. Arm alongside your ear. Stretch. Long side body stretch. Good. And bring it down. Send your hands underneath your shoulders, your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Let's do some cats and dogs here to release our spine. On an inhale, U-shaped spine. On an exhale, arch your spine to the sky. Continue at your own pace. Slow may be best. Notice your shoulder blades coming together in your dog spine and moving away from each other in your cat. Next time you're in your cat spine, pause and come to a neutral spine. Slide your hands to your legs, come to stand on your knees. Okay. You're going to step your right leg out in front of you. Walk it away. You're going to bring your arms up alongside your ears. You're going to slide your hips forward, your hips coming toward the back of your right leg. Anjaneyasana. Anjani was the mother of Hanuman, the monkey god. So we might do a twisted monkey here in a moment, maybe. So you're going to bring your hands down to the mat and straighten your front leg. Bend your knees, lift your arms. So when we do this, and the farther your front foot is away from you, the greater the stretch in your quads on your left leg. When you bring your hands down to the mat and straighten your leg, you're stretching your hamstring. Bend your elbows, come down closer to your leg. Bend your knee, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lengthen your leg. Come back up on a bent knee and step it back. Let's do the other side. Step your left leg forward, move it away, a little farther away. Inhale, arms up. Inhale, exhale, slide forward. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms down to the mat. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale, straighten. Once more. Come back up on your knee, bring your leg back in front of you. Okay, so we're going to be on our wrists for a little bit here. So come to your table, Baddhasana. Your wrists underneath, and you maybe want to walk to the front of the mat. You're going to fan your right arm open, and you're going to swing your right arm underneath your left, bring your shoulder down to the mat, and bring your head forward so the side of your head is on the mat. So stretching our shoulders a little bit. Send your left leg back behind you. You may want to take your left arm and bring it back behind you. You may want to leave it where it was and lift your left leg. Bring your left leg down, press into the mat, and fan back open. And bring it down. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So fan open to the left. Thread your arm underneath your right arm. So your shoulder's coming to the mat, your head is moving upward. You're going to send your right leg back behind you. And pause here for a moment. Make sure you have a nice, comfortable, steady position here. Again, you can lift your arm, send it back behind you, or leave it where it is. Lift your right leg. Bring your right leg down on fan. And bring your hand down to the mat. Going to do a little core work here for a moment. Send your right leg back behind you. Lift it up hip high, not higher than your left hip, same height. And bring your left forearm around to make sure your hips are square. And then send that left arm straight out in front of you. You're going to bend your elbow, bend your knee. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, send your elbow to your waist, your knee to your nose. Lengthen on an inhale. Curl on an exhale. Lengthen, curl, twice more. And bring your knee down. Take a breath. Left leg back behind you. Lift it up hip high. Use your right forearm to square off your hips. Send your right arm alongside your right ear. Bend elbow, bend knee. Elbow to waist, knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. And then bring it down. Send your hips to your heels and just take a breath. Okay, so we're going to work on half moon pose. And so we're going to do a knee down version of half moon right now. So send your right leg back behind you. Swivel your foot on the mat. Line the arch of your right foot up with the toes of your left foot and fan open. Lift your right leg. This is half moon pose with your toes pointing away from you, your hips stacked one on top of the other. This is how it will be when we're standing. Now we can go a little deeper to Chapasana. In Chapasana, you bend your knee, take your foot, and open up. And release it. Come back down to the mat. Send your left leg back behind you. Swivel, line your feet up. Fan open. Make sure your shoulder is over your wrists. That helps with your balance. Lift your back leg, nice and long and straight. Toes going the same direction as your nose. Bend your knee, take your foot, and open up to the side. And release. Okay, so we're going to do that once more, but slightly differently. We're going to come down onto our send your left fingers to your right elbow. Send your right leg back behind you. Fan open. Lift your leg. Another variation of Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe here you'll take your foot for a forearm, knee down, Chapasana. It's a bow pose. And release. All right. Left leg goes back. Come onto your forearms. Left fingers to right elbow. Swivel your leg, lift it up. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that the wrong way. Okay. So it should have been right fingers to left elbow, sorry. And then take your foot. And then release it. And come to a child's pose and take a few breaths. So notice when you do those knee down half moons, how your hips are stacked one on top of the other, how your weight was over your knee. It's the same principle in the standing pose. Okay. All right. So come onto your hands and knees and then come down onto your hip, and you're going to come to a seated position. Have your, I know, it's like, hey, we're on the beach. Have your right foot in front. Okay. And send your right leg all the way out to the side. Let your left, what's that, a sole come to your thigh. So it's a wide-legged Janushirshasana, head to knee pose. You're going to turn to your right leg. You're going to look at your foot, the pose of which are pointing to the ceiling. So your leg is active. Arms straight up alongside your ears. Now turn a little bit, twist a little bit. You want to try and get your breastbone in the direction of your toes. It may not go all the way, but do your best. Inhale, and then exhale, come forward over your extended leg. Excellent, everybody. Look at your foot. Lift your arms alongside your ears and hinge back up. Turn to center. And I'm going to turn this way to avoid having my face on the rug. So I'll go this way. Arms up alongside your ears. So imagine you had two legs out in front of you. So when we come down, this is going to look very familiar to you. It'll look a little bit like a pigeon pose. So inhale and then exhale, come forward with a flat back. Come forward with a flat back. You want to keep extending your spine, extending your spine, extending your spine. Come all the way over your leg, just like you were in a pigeon. Only difference is your right leg is to the side instead of back behind you. Slide your hands back to your leg and come back to sit up. Bring your left hand alongside your left hip. Swing your right arm, come up onto your left shin. Send your right arm alongside your right ear for another side stretch. And then let your right arm lead you back down to the mat. Right. Bring both arms, legs to center. Dandasana. The staff pose. Toes to the ceiling, legs nice and strong out in front of you. Your elbows reaching back behind you. Crown of your head reaching to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, gather. Exhale. Send your right leg. Did we have our right leg out before? We need to do the left leg. Okay. Left leg out. Right leg comes to the kind of pigeon kind of thing. Okay. Take a breath. Turn to your left leg. We're all going to lose a lot of weight tonight in water anyway, probably. arms alongside your ears. Inhale, exhale, come forward over your extended leg. Look up at your foot, arms alongside your ears, hinge up, turn to center. Get square with your mat. Inhale, exhale, engage those abs, nice long back, long straight back, come over your pigeon leg. Look up at your hands, slide them back, come to sit up. Right arm alongside right hip, swing your left arm and come on up. Excellent. Nice long stretch. And bring it down. Okay. Bring your arms straight out in front of you. Shake your legs out. Oh, those are legs. I don't know. Limbs. Bring your limbs out in front of you. Your body parts. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just sit for a moment. Take a few breaths. There was one more thing I wanted to do here. What the hell, let's do it. Okay. So have your right leg in front in your seated position. Okay. Step on your right foot. Your left hand down alongside your left hip. And you're going to swing up like you just did. This is a very short variation. But now you're going to take your right knee, bring it into your shoulder, take your toes, and send your straight leg up to the sky. And then release it. Excellent. Switch. Step on your left foot out in front of you. Okay. Right hand alongside right hip. Whoops. Swing back up. This is a short open gait. Bring your knee into your shoulder. Grab your toe. Beautiful. Bring it down. Bring your hips down. All right. And breathe. Hi, Shake. I can see you, sort of. Just take a few breaths. So we're going to do a little half moon workshop, let's call it. So we're going to start with the easiest way to do the half moon pose. And we did this in knee down half moon when we had our forearm down, all right? So we're going to do that. We're going to use a chair. If you have a chair handy, those of you on Zoom, maybe you want to grab a chair. Then we're going to do it with a block. If you have anything resembling a block, you can use a block. And then we're going to do it without. We're going to do it free flow, okay? So each one of these represents a different level, but they're also, the thing that I'd like you to pay attention to is getting your weight over your supporting leg and of making it so that having your leg over your supporting leg, you're other leg is almost not even necessary, and it just hangs out, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so let's come to stand. Okay. So if you have the chair nearby, handy. These chairs are a little wobbly. You want to maybe bring it onto your mat a little bit. All right. I'll wait for everybody to get their chair. All right. So you're going to stand in warrior two legs. And the reason we do that is that it sets you up. Now you can come to Ardha Chandrasana, to half moon, from a low lunge, from warrior one, from a number of different poses. But what I like about warrior two is that your hips are kind of already stacked. Your toes of your back legs are going in the right direction, so you're halfway there. So we're going to lean forward, bring our forearm on the chair. You can even wrap your fingers around the chair. And you're going to bring your weight over your right leg and slide your left leg forward, bringing your weight entirely on your right leg. All right. So your leg should be hip high or higher. Or if this is all you can do, then that's fine. And bring it down. All right. Okay, let's do the other side. So again, your warrior two. You're going to lean forward, bringing your forearm down. You're going to slide your back leg forward and begin to bring your weight on your supporting leg before you lift your right leg all the way up. Good, everybody. Excellent. And bring it down. All right. We can lose the chair now. Okay. For those of you who have blocks or something like it, something that's hard that you can use for support, we're going to use that just now. Come to your warrior two pose. Now we're going to do this again, by the way, in a flow. So this is just to get us ready. So you're going to bend your front knee, bring your block down to the mat, lift your back leg, bringing your weight over your supporting leg, and lift it up. Look up at your hand if you dare. And bring it down. Good. All right. All right, so I'm not going to do the other side with you so that I can take a look, a better look. So right hand on your block, or not, or down to the floor. So warrior two legs. Yeah. So another thing you could do too, all right, okay. All right, so come down, come down, come down. So another thing you could do, it might be more helpful, I'll do it on this side since I did the other side, is keep your block in your hand, then slide your leg so that you can place your block directly under your shoulder as you straighten your leg. Okay. All right, and come down, everybody. So if you're going to use just your hand now, what I recommend you do, again, we're going to start in Warrior Two. You're going to bend deeply. Bring your hand forward so that when you come up, your wrist will be over, your shoulder will be over your wrist. And then come up to your Ardha Chandrasana. Beautiful. All right, other side. All right, I'm going to let you come into this on your own. Leg using your hand up against the floor. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So just one more thing. So Karen, and you're not the only one. You want to stack your hips. You want to stack them. So when you come forward, your leg comes up, you want the bottom hip underneath the top one. And that helps with your balance too. Yeah, I know it's hard. So you're forward of your ankle. You want you want to be over your ankle. Beautiful, John. Very nice, everybody. Okay, so my yogis out in Zoom land are in the dark, so I can't see you. But that's okay. That's okay. I just wanted to see how everybody was doing. Hi. Okay. All right. So we're going to put this, it's going to be in a flow. So if you want to use a block, whatever you prefer to do, have it ready. Have it handy. So we're going to come to Tadasana. Let's come to mountain pose first. A little bit of distance between your feet, shoulders over your hips, hips over your ankles. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let your arms fall naturally by your side, crown of your head reaching to the heavens. Feet rooted in the earth. Bring your belly towards your spine to help lift you even higher. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale halfway up, exhale down. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back. You're going to step back to Warrior One legs. You're going to square your hips off. Send your arms streaming back behind you and let your warrior come all the way up from the earth. Warrior One, born from the earth. Bring your hands together in prayer. Look up at your prayer. Bring it down to your heart. You're going to slide your back leg forward and lift it up. You're going to send your leg back to Warrior One. This time, as you bring your arms down, you're going to slide forward and come up with your leg and back to Warrior One. One last time. Warrior One. And bring it down. So this is, again, about balance. Come back to your Warrior One. I'm going to go this way. Swivel to your Warrior Two. Okay. Reverse warrior, frame your head with your arm. Look up You can bring your back hand down to your thigh or your hand on your hip to maybe even deepen that side curve a little bit more. You're going to come forward. You're going to bring your hand onto your thigh, your forearm onto your thigh, Parsva Konasana. Right arm alongside right ear. Now what we're going to do is straighten our leg and send our hips in stacking, one on top of the other for triangle pose. Right. Come back to warrior two. Okay, so you know what we're going to do now, right? Get your block ready. If you want to use it. If not, then just leave it where it is. And we're going to reach for the block or whatever, if that's what you want to use, to come into your half moon. Maybe you want to try Chapasana. And to do that, you bend your top knee and take your foot. Or not. Bring your foot down to meet your other. Fold over. Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay, other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway up, exhale. Left leg goes back, warrior one legs. Square your hips off, stream your arms alongside your hips, swing them up, warrior one. Say that prayer before going into battle. Bring it to your heart. Swivel to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Parsvottanasana, side angle stretch. Good. Straighten your leg, triangle. Get those hips stacked. Get yourself ready for your Ardha Chandrasana. Back to warrior two. Slide your back leg forward as you reach for the earth. Lift your back leg, Ardha Chandrasana. And then step your legs together and fold over, Uttanasana. Hang over. Stay over for a couple of breaths. Fly out and up. And bring your hands to your heart. Okay. All right. Beautiful work. I know, I wasn't expecting it to be this hot. Yeah, well, that's, I did that on purpose. You want to, that helps with Ardha Chandrasana. I know we did the workshop first, but it's really good to do that. The other one that helps is, we didn't do it. We did it earlier when you come over your straight leg. So, okay, let's come down to the mat to cool off if that's possible. It is better. It is better. Bring your feet to the mat. So we're just going to spend a little time working on our back. Nice cool down, a cool down. Let's get our backs in order here. Inhale your right shoulder to the mat. Exhale, release it. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale your left shoulder to the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale once more. Send your fingers to the sky. Bend your elbows, put one forearm over the other, so it's like you're looking through a window pane. You're going to inhale and then exhale. Doesn't matter which side you start on, you want to get your upper arm over to the floor or as far to the floor as you can. Inhale to center, exhale other side. Try to keep your knees reaching for the sky. And let's do that twice more on each side. So this is for your upper back. Notice that you're rolling over your shoulder blades here. And when you're done, you will come back to center, release your arms, let them come down alongside your body. Bring your knees into your chest. Take the tops of your knees with each hand and send your knees away from you, straightening your arms. Bring your knees back in. Notice what's happening to your mid-back and your lower back. When your knees are in, your back flattens. When you send your knees away, you have that natural curve in the back. So keep doing that. So we're massaging the next section of our back. Couple more times, because our lower back is usually our most troublesome spot. Next time your knees are into your chest, pause and separate your legs far from each other. So your hands are still on your knees. And you're going to send your knees around all the way to the front and then come back into your chest. So you're making big circles, separate circles with your knees. So now you're massaging your hips. And then the next time your knees are into your chest, go the other way. And this time, take your hands off your knees and let your knees go solo, free flow. And the reason for this is that you'll get a little bit more of your hip when you're not restraining them with your hands. And then bring your knees back into your chest and roll from side to side. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. You're going to bring your knees into your chest with your right ankle over your left ankle, right? So you're going to want to listen to this really carefully. This is a stretch that we're going to do, just a final stretch, right? So take hold of your feet, right? So your right leg is on top. You're going to release your right foot. Place your foot on the mat. And then you're still holding your left foot. So you're going to send your left knee forward, going in the same direction as your right toes. So you can look at me at any time if this sounds crazy to you. Send your left arm alongside your left ear. Keep your right knee pointing to the sky as you lift your right hip and stretch. Keep that knee pointing upward. Big stretch. Good. Wow, everybody got it. All right, and come back down. Now we're going to do that on the other side. So uncross, untangle. Bring your feet into your chest, cross at the ankles, left leg is on top. Keep hold of your right foot. Release your left foot. Place your left foot on the mat. Place your right knee down on the mat. Keep hold of your right foot. Right arm alongside right ear. Knee to the sky. Lift your hip. Stretch. Big, big stretch. Big stretch. And release it back down to the mat. Uncross, untangle. And if you wish, you can take a few minutes in a supported legs up the wall. So lift your hips. If you have a block, you'll put it underneath, or you can use a blanket, or you can use anything that's available. And then you'll send one leg up to the sky and then the other. So that block, if you're using one, should be carefully placed so that it's comfortable. It should be on your sacrum, should be below your waist, feet to the sky. Let your blood flow. Just get better. Let all those fluids drain. If you want to play around with your legs a little bit here, go for it. Send them out to the side. Send one to your nose, one to the floor. You can play around a little bit, or you can just stay with your feet to the ceiling, just relaxing for this final beautiful pose. And whenever you are ready, you will come into Shavasana. But take your time. You've got some time. You can play a little bit. Got a minute or so. Feel your whole back body getting into gravity. Your whole body is getting heavier and heavier, sinking into the earth. Allow your arms to be rotated so that your hands are cupped upward towards the sky. And just let it all go, allowing your body to reset, replenish. Your final relaxation, final relaxing pose. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Deepen your breath, beginning to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you for a deep body stretch. Big stretch. Then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And come to center. And send your knees to whichever side you prefer, coming into a fetal position. And then when you are ready, make your way up to sit. And bring your hands to your heart. Let's just end our class with the blessing of loving kindness, just 3 times. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and in mind. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be at ease and free. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease and free. May we be filled with loving kindness, all of us in the world. May we be well in body and in mind. May we be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we be at ease and free. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Beautiful work. Gorgeous. Hot. It's cooling off now that it's over.
It's good to be back.
Good. It is good to have you back. Okay. I'm being a good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me end this recording.
It's tough getting scheduling straight.